So in this lecture we're going to be looking at cell structure, and in particular this is for the AQA syllabus, Unit 1 Biology and Disease. So the first thing we need to realise is that not all cells are the same. So we have prokaryotes, which are your bacteria essentially, and we also have these things called eukaryotes, which are us, animal cells, but also plant cells, fungal cells. There's distinctly these two groups, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and it's good to have in your mind the idea of the difference between the two. So for today we're going to be looking at a typical animal cell, and inside a cell are various smaller subcomponents, and these subcomponents are known as organelles. So there's a few organelles I'm going to run through with you, and each of them has their own role and function within a cell. So firstly, let's look at the cell membrane. The cell membrane is the kind of the barrier to the outside. It's the boundary between what's inside a cell and what's outside a cell, and it's really important because it helps keep things out and it helps keep certain things in. So there are some things that will freely cross the cell membrane, so things like oxygen and carbon dioxide. The gases usually can travel in and out depending on their concentration gradient. And water is pretty much permeable as well. But for other things, generally it's quite strict as to what comes in and what leaves, and that's controlled by proteins which are embedded into that cell membrane. So there's various proteins, and some are channel proteins to allow things in and out, but there's also other proteins embedded in there for things like cell recognition and other roles as well, receptors for example. Some cell membranes are quite highly folded to provide an increased surface area. So the microvilli, for example, in the gastrointestinal tract is highly folded to squeeze on more enzymes, lactase, maltase, those kind of things, to help with digestion, to help get the most out of digesting that food.